It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Orlando Magic at Amway Center. So for Orlando, their last game, a win against Miami. A terrific underdog win in that last game. They're feeling good.
So y'all know me, I'm like, hey, I'm Sham. You can't be talking to me like
what
that.
Up, Jim?
What's up, man? DJ,
what up,
DJ. Hey, man, you a starter?
Hey,
man.
what? You started?
Hey, man, get out of here. Just grown folks business. Hey, man. Hey, yeah. Hey, man, you growing up so fast, man. Hey, pretty soon you gonna have your own rookie underneath your wing. He gonna be chirping and looking for worms, probably crying like you.
Oh, crying like me. Oh, okay. You got jokes.
Yeah, man. You know you was crying. Nah. Hey, but listen, man. Don't make the same mistake as me out there, all right? When I first got out there, I just went out and started.
Yeah, you just shot everything that came your way. Look, I saw the tapes.
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
DJ, how you feeling today?
I feel great, Coach.
Hey, what about me, Coach? You didn't ask me how I was feeling.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shammy. How you feeling
all right,
today?
well, since you asking me, look, I was over here telling Rook, he just got to let the game flow like water, you know? Don't get out there, try to do too much, try to create your own offense. It ain't going to work out.
That's very sage advice, DJ. Let me tell you, Shammy's only telling you that so that he can get more shots.
Oh, no, that's not true at all. Y'all got me stereotyped. No way.
No, but in all honesty, you're going to have a million people trying to give you advice today, DJ. Just play your game, all right? Play the way they got you here. You'll be fine.
I got it, Coach. I'm ready.
Season starter.
He got it, Coach. He ready.
I know he is. Hey, you. I saw a mess in the men's bathroom. Follow me.
So is that really how it sounded?
I want to start, Sham. When he gonna let me play?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you kind of sound like, why is my rookie so much better than me?
Better than me?
Yeah.
You'll never be better than me,
Yeah,
brother.
we'll see. What up, Sam?
DJ. Go get them season ticket holders what they paid for, boy. Season tickets. Must be nice to sit during the game.
We're in the place they call the Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida. It's the home of the Magic, where we are broadcasting our action live today. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. Taking a look at Detroit, they know this is the type of game they need to win if they're going to take the next step, facing a closely ranked team. No clear underdogs based on the tail of the tape.
And this is a chance for them to go 2-0 against this team. They won that first meeting, and with a 3-game season series, they can clinch a winning record against them here tonight.
Well, don't underestimate how much that drives a team. Go out and wrap up a victory in the season series right away. Don't leave it up to that third and final game.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Stan Van Gundy was the head coach in Miami, Orlando, and now Detroit. Now he's promised his wife that this is the last stop. He said, I wanted one more shot at it. I've got a great owner, and I should be able to get it turned around in the time that he's given me. If I don't, I don't. But this will be the last one. Kevin?
And DA, it's obvious that Stan has a real love for the game. Here's hoping he turns that storied franchise around.
Nice and high.
And it's the Pistons to start out. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Pistons, Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt. Lure and Drummond together down low. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot.
Look at the show of force from DJ, demonstrating what an awesome athlete he is on these dunks.
Drummond a screen. Harris outside. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Now here's DJ. He had 16 points in the win against the Heat in Miami. Payton's shot is off. Orlando on D. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, and they played more than just a supporting role. I mean, without their points, it would have been tough to get that role win.
Harris misses.
I'm not sure if the D bothered him or if he just lost concentration on that one, but that's a layup he should convert.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Detroit gets called for the foul. And one thing this Pistons team has done well the last few years is control the glass. Helps when you have a star like Drummond. But everyone on this team does rebound and box out.
Well, they have to. This team hasn't had really good shooters in a while, so it's so important to this team because this is what they're trying to do. They stumble a lot on the offensive end, and so how do you help offense? How do you hide those ugly numbers? You hit the boards.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And the second free throw, good.
It's easy to admire the heart DJ plays with. He continues to add new wrinkles to his game over time.
Now here's Jackson. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Well, I wouldn't say that's his shot, but it's a shot he can make, and that really opens things up for the offense.
And here's Fournier. After Reggie Jackson was able to get the triple, here's Isaac. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Isaac's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bradley kicks to Harris. Lure the screen. Harris inside. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana.
Oh, well, his rebounding stood out, too. He gave them a big lift on the boards.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Fournier, he can't get that one. Bradley with some nice D. Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. 6 points for Reggie Jackson.
Oh, and really, Jackson is deadly with the pull-up jumper. The D usually never sees it coming.
Payton left side, passes it to DJ. Fournier dishes to DJ. And Chris, you were the #1 overall draft pick back in 1993. We've seen a lot of greats taken with that pick, but it also seems that those #1 picks who aren't as successful face a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. There's a lot on your plate to handle. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for some players being the #1 pick. But I've always laughed and I've thought about, players that maybe people say maybe they were a bust, maybe this player wasn't good. Well, I think you should go back and look at the GM that picked them. I mean, the GM is the guy that assesses talent, So when there were a few players that were picked number one, and many players said, what are you doing? We've played against him. We would never pick him number one. So before that, I think the NBA is about opportunity and situation. Look at a guy like Chauncey Billups. He went to Boston. He didn't do well at Boston. They called him a malcontent, said he couldn't play, and then he ended up being one of the best leaders that the game had. And so this game is all about situation and opportunity. Can you find the right fit? That's why if you're a player, you can't let frustration get to you. You have to continue to work hard, continue to prove your game, because when you play, you're auditioning for the other teams in the league as well. They're saying, wait a minute, we see his unique talent, skills, and we see his unique skill set, and we could use him. And so many times you just have to wait for the right position, the right situation.
And the Pistons with possession. They're on a 14-4 run right now. On the court for the Pistons, Lure and Drummond together down low. Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt, and it's Harris in at the 3. That's a shot he doesn't shoot very often. Lure's got the lead up to 8 now for Detroit.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Heat got the job done. He ended with 16 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. He performed really well, and I could see his role expanding if he continues to make that kind of impact, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a terrific game for him. They'll be looking for more of the same tonight.
And I'd be surprised if he doesn't give it to them. He's in a very good frame of mind right now.
Well, if he brings the same energy in this game that he brought into that one, it's going to be another big night for him.
3 on the clock. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And Lure gets it to go.
More of a two-guard and a point guard's body. Bradley doing a little playmaking here.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
And I think they can hold their heads high from that performance, despite the final score being what it was.
Especially since they were in a hostile environment. They rose to the challenge, but just simply fell a little bit short.
Fournier is checked in for Simmons. Payton kicks to DJ. Back to Payton. DJ passes to Fournier. Gordon dishes to DJ. To stop the drought, the shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Detroit leading by 7. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And Lure kicks to Bradley. The pass to Lure. Lets the 3 fly. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. And Stan Van Gundy, known for being one of the more demanding coaches when it comes to defense. He doesn't care who you are. If you're not giving it your all on the defensive end, you're going to find yourself on the bench.
Well, he's clear with what he wants and what he expects, and, when you step on the floor.
Jackson misses. The Magic trail by 10. Releases from 15. Does not find the basket. His 3rd miss. He's made just 1 so far. And the foul called on DJ. That is his first foul of the game. .58 seconds left to play in the first half. Jackson with it. Now Payton defending. Jackson against Payton. Pistons passing it around. Harris passes to Drummond. Score the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts.
And the play is all about Drummond and his solid fundamentals, just taking his time and getting a high-quality chance as a result.
Gordon dishes to DJ. Makes it off the glass. DJ's got 5.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
That's just a lack of communication. 2 guys just not on the same page.
Orlando making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Aaron Gordon. Ross comes in for Isaac, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Elfrid Payton. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Kennard, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. And Augustine kicks to DJ, and it's sent back by Drummond.
And shooters have to be careful when Drummond is roaming nearby. He is a defensive menace who takes his shot blocking very seriously.
Jackson from long range. And so it's the Detroit Pistons going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Elfrid Payton. Elfrid, what's the game plan defensively in the second half?
We got to continue to stay home on shooters. They hit a lot of threes. If we cut that off, we have a good chance to win.
We'll see what happens there, EP. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. The second half just about to get going here. We've seen John Lure really having a great game.
Yeah, I mean, he really gave them a boost in that first half. Shot way above his average.
Oh, this is like found money, completely unexpected, but it feels great when it happens.
Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. DJ out there with Gordon, and it's Isaac in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
When you're open, DJ will find you, a team-first guy who plays well within the offense.
So it's the Pistons now. The Magic knocking down the tray. There's the screen. Lure sets the pick for Bradley. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Well, usually when you talk about a 6'2 shooting guard, you figure undersized defensively. Avery Bradley, Chris, won first-team All-Defense in 2016.
Oh, well, I love Avery's game, and let's talk about his improvement offensively. This guy was a candidate and should have won Most Improved in the league, and in my opinion as well. Just such a hard worker, the heart and soul of his team.
Now Drummond, following the three-point attempt by Avery Bradley. Here's Jackson. Second chance shot. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Wow, Drummond is one of the top rebounders in the game. You have to put a body on him, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, just to prevent him from coming away with the second chance opportunity.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%. And watching Andre Drummond play, he's really just an old-school type center. I mean, he eats up space in the middle and finishes plays in close. Not a skilled guy who can pull a defender away from the basket.
Here's Jackson following the bucket by Orlando. Lure the pass to Harris. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And with Drummond, he does play like towering centers of decades past.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't great at moving the ball around or hitting shots from range, but his size and athleticism are elite and one of the best rebounders in our game.
Wells, he's checked in for Orlando. Marjanovic checked in for the Pistons. Langston Galloway comes in for Jackson. There's the pick. Here's Payton. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Payton's got his first points of the night.
Yet another easy make. They're really cooking now after making their 3rd straight shot to begin this half.
Harris with it. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And Chris, in your playing days, you had to deal with media answering questions. Now you're on the other side of that. You're asking the questions. What was your view of the media then, and has that changed at all? And here's Fournier. 5 points in the game. Shoots from the high post. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Something affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
And here's Harris from the arc. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Detroit with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been shutting down DJ, clearly trying to keep him from having a big night. Back to the action after this word. And now let's take a listen to Stan Van Gundy on a recent huddle.
Hey, get our defense and rebounding. Let's get the ball down the floor.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Pistons leading by 6. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Lure and Drummond together down low. Jackson is out there with Kennard, and it's Harris in at the small forward. Here's Jackson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The last season for Reggie Jackson, he just couldn't get back to full strength. Missed a lot of time, Greg, as you know, with that injury to start the year. And even when he returned, his legs wouldn't cooperate and give him his usual burst and acceleration.
Yeah, and you can see it in Jackson's performance and really the numbers. Steep drop in production from what he had been putting up, and very dependent on his burst, so hopefully he can avoid any leg troubles moving forward.
Here's Isaac. Orlando gets it back. And it's Vucevic missing.
Not the tightest of D on him, but not the best of finishes either.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. That one, no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Jackson. Over to the left wing. To the right side. Lure dishes to Harris. Drummond sets the screen for Harris. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Oh, you love the use of the mid-range jumper from Harris. Just takes his time and makes sure he's in rhythm before releasing the shot.
DJ kicks to Fournier. To the inside. The 10-footer. They grab their own miss. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul. And you look at the post-up bangers who don't block shots at a high level. More and more we're seeing teams relegate them to that 6-man role off the bench. It'll be interesting to see how that affects a guy like Vucevic who fits that description.
Peyton, he's checked in for Ross. Greg, why is it, do you think, that teams want those more floor-bound, post-up big men like Vucevic coming off the bench?
I think 2 things. First of all, their defensive shortcomings are less exposed playing against other reserves. Also, their ability to create offense on the block has more value with that second unit because that group tends to have their struggles in terms of scoring the basketball.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Peyton passes to Vucevic. Back to Peyton. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Oh, that's a nice look. Recognizing he had the opening to make the entry pass.
Now Jackson. Harris setting the pick for Jackson. And there's the feed to Harris. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And the first one drops. Chris traditionally. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Isaac. Now here's DJ. Tight defense on him. Stolen by Jackson. Outside Bradley. And Drummond kicks to Jackson. Here's Marjanovic. That one wide left. The Magic trail by 10. Here's Isaac. Buries it down low.
Terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Pistons have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Bradley kicks to Jackson. Marjanovic, a screen on Payton. Johnson in the corner. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Detroit, no good that time either. It's DJ atop the key. Pulls it from the elbow. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
See DJ shoot from the mid-range, doing his best to keep this part of the court alive. It's not just all about layups and threes.
And so they foul intentionally. Lewis checked in for the Pistons. Tobias Harris comes in for Johnson. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Oh, and Jackson is not just a terrific shooter, but a fantastic defender as well, using his great speed on both ends.
And really nothing they can do now. They just got to play this one out.
Yeah, you know you're supposed to go hard and complete the game, but they're so frustrated right now. I don't see that happening. That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. For 3, Ross. Offensive rebound, and the second chance effort by Gordon.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And so they foul intentionally. Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
All you can do at this point is focus. Dial in on each moment. Do your best. You can't get consumed over the score.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Now here's DJ. Here's Payton. Knocks down the trifecta.
Look at the unselfishness of DJ right there. Always willing to give up the ball when one of his guys has a great look at the rim.
And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
Weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up. call and pulled it out.
Well said. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
Nah, not today, boo-boo. I don't want to hear it.
I feel you. I feel you.
Your presence has been requested in the press room.
Let's do it.
Come on, starter. The reporters want to hear about it. But you better remember...
Be diplomatic. I got it.
Well, I didn't say you can't be entertaining. Just don't say anything that's going to ruin my night.
Then how come you only have 30,000 Instagram followers?
That's a good point.
Wow, Charlie going in for the kill.
Okay, go in there and be entertaining, but non-controversial.
DJ, first start. How'd it feel?
It started out pretty good, and then it just got progressively worse. It was a bad game. It's on me, and I know I still have a lot to learn.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, said what I needed to say. Didn't feel like blabbering on.
Oh, you got places to be.
Oh, you know it.
Next up, Kia invited us to experience their escape rooms. I'm taking on Arena A with Kemba Walker, while Ronnie and Karl Anthony Towns try to make...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, they know that great teams win these types of games on the road. They're definitely the better team, and they're looking to show it tonight.
What up, boy? Oh, okay. Look who's already putting in that work.
Ah, what you talking about, bruh? My habits are impeccable, but you already knew that. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Freshie?
Hey. Oh, let's take your chauffeur to work day again. Hey, do me a favor. Stop posting to social media when you're driving.
Yo, you follow me, though.
Okay, like it or not, and I don't, part of my job is now following you on social media because you have the star rookie's life in your hands.
Hey, 10 and 2, baby, always. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real good driver. Plus, if I crash, I can't be going back to my neighborhood, yo.
Okay, how do you know each other?
Well, our parents, our mothers were friends.
His mom and my mom been friends since, like, 1902, you know what I'm saying? And my twin, Lil Tasty, we go way back with DJ, you know what I'm saying? You heard of Lil Tasty, right? Rapper? Don't get it twisted. Yellow Mamba, a.k.a. Two Braids, a.k.a. Teardrop Shotty.
Teardrop Shotty?
He knows, because he my day one. But yeah, we go way back. Indeed. But my posts are fire, though, right?
I gotta get out there.
Good. Anyway, I was telling him.
The skyline of Orlando is seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Miami Heat are ready for this thing to get started. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. And that's certainly what we have in store for us today. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. You look at the Magic. They just haven't been able to buy a break lately. 5 of their last 6 games have been losses.
And there's history, some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
Well, that much more competitive, too, and that's the compelling part here in this matchup. You play so many games in an NBA season.
Obviously, 2 teams, same conference, lots of history between them. Should be a good one. Brent, who are some of your favorite rivals to compete against?
You know, just growing up around the game of basketball, Kevin, for me to step on the floor against the jerseys, maybe not so much about the player that's in the jersey, but to see Lakers in purple or to see Celtics in green. That to me got my juices flowing. And then, obviously, selfishly, anytime I had the opportunity to play against my brother John, oh, boy, I was ready to go.
You loved it. Yeah, you savored that. I love that answer, by the way. Playing the team, not necessarily the individual. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Miami, Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Mickey out there with James Johnson. And it's Olynyk in at the 5.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
Pass to Isaac. Payton dishes to DJ. Back to Payton. Orlando moving the ball around. Hits it from 3-point range.
And you just can't let Isaac get that much room to shoot it from deep. He's a very consistent 3-point shooter with a fluid shooting form.
Johnson sets the screen for Dragic. Johnson against Payton. Johnson's shot is off.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Waiters drops it in from 11 feet. Waiters got his first basket of the night.
This is where Waiters can continue to improve his offensive game, draining the jumper with a hand in his face.
Now here's DJ. 9 points last game. And Fournier kicks to Payton. Clock at 6. Pass to Isaac. 3-pointer. Orlando getting another chance here. And it's blocked. Shoots from the high post. Orlando grabs the miss. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And no issues with how they played. I mean, the problem simply is they just couldn't finish.
Maybe the post-game comments will be about playing a 50-minute game. They could have used 2 more minutes in this one.
Johnson kicks to Dragic. Johnson the screen. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
James Johnson, the journeyman forward, the kind of player that can eat up minutes at either forward position, Brent, and just do whatever he has to do to contribute to the team on offense.
Again, one of the guys who last year benefited from an incredible run from the teammates around him, and his skills were on full display. At his size, puts the ball down, shoots the 3, goes in and will dunk on somebody. Played with incredible aggressive mindset last year and became a candidate for one of the league's most improved players.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Waiters. An 11-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn. He feeds it to Olynyk. Got a piece of it.
That block right there, all about persistence. DJ staying with his man and playing terrific high-energy D. Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and his shots are going all over the place in this period.
Payton passes to Fournier. It's DJ atop the key. Payton outside for the 3. Rebound by the Heat. Olynyk's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Fournier against Waiters. The dish to Olynyk. And Dragic has it in the corner. Olynyk sets a screen for Dragic. Shot's good by Mickey.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
And, you know, last season, it seemed like it was a strong return to form for Goran Dragic. Was able to be more ball dominant when he was on the floor. And that style seems to work to his advantage. And he just seemed more comfortable in his role with this team.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic, he's checked in for Gordon. Ross comes in for Isaac. Wells, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Al Richardson, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Magruder kicks to Winslow. And the pass to Magruder. Miami needs to get a shot off. Dragic gets the bucket. And Greg, with Dragic and his statistical resurgence for several seasons, he had been sharing playmaking duties with guys like Wade and Bledsoe.
And as great as those players are, Dragic is best when he's the lead guard. Seems to be best paired with a shooter. A player's mentality can change when he is or isn't the primary ball handler, and that's been the case with Dragic.
Passes it to Magruder. Screen by Olynyk. And here's Richardson outside. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Heat lead by 4. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. All right, the second quarter begins. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And a new group in for the Heat. Jordan Mickey's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Johnson comes in for Josh Richardson. Dion Waiters checked in for Rodney Magruder. And it's Dragic in for Wayne Ellington. On the court for the Heat, Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Mickey out there with Justice Winslow. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Pistons did some very solid work. He had 9 points and he added a few assists as he was able to set up his teammates for good looks. A surprise attack from a guy who's typically viewed as a role player. We'll see if he can continue to play a larger role in tonight's game.
David, thanks. They asked a lot of him that night, and he didn't back down from any challenge.
And that was the best part of it. His effort level was fantastic. It didn't come easy for him. He had to work his tail off for everything he got.
And you know he's going to work just as hard tonight. I don't know if the stats are going to be the same. Might not be the same numbers, but the work, that'll be there. Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
And the layup's good off the glass. DJ's got 6.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. Johnson the screen. Winslow dishes to Waiters. And it's DJ with the rebound.
And that's just good offense. Surprised he blew that one, and the defense is too.
Here's Payton, and again it's Orlando converting.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
The Heat have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. And Waiters kicks to Winslow. Outside Dragic. Over Payton. Shots good by Mickey. He has 6.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
18-foot attempt is offline from DJ.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. 17 seconds left to play here in the half. Up off the screen. Oh!
Yeah. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And so it's Miami with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how does the defense you're playing impact your offense?
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. We've seen the shift in offensive strategy, Brent. More threes, more spacing, better flow, opening up driving lanes and opportunities to make at least one quick move to the basket. What have defenses been doing on the other side trying to counteract those trends?
Well, I think the biggest trend that you see, Kevin, is the switching defenses. So many rosters now constructed of guys who have the ability to get off of a screen and to pick up a perimeter player. And that's not for 24 seconds, but 5 or 6 seconds being able to contain dribble penetration and challenge deep threes. So the switching aspect of NBA defense, that is a trend.
Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Isaac out there with Aaron Gordon, and it's DJ in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando. And then Waiters with the jam.
Some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
And here is DJ. He's got 6. Inside. Not going to go that time. And it's Miami the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Aaron Gordon. Ross comes in for Isaac. Wells, he's checked in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Payton. Brent, one of the tougher things a franchise can go through is transitioning from one era to the next.
Well, the Heat have done a pretty good job, especially with how much incredible attention surrounded the big three that was formed down in Miami behind LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and their franchise player in Dwayne Wade. So most teams blow it up, and it takes 7 or 8.
The Magic trail by 10. Pass to Isaac. DJ dishes to Fournier. Here's Isaac. Pass to DJ. And the lead is down inside single digits. DJ's got 8 points.
Now, he's a smooth operator in the paint, and DJ making the most of the high percentage shot in tight.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Isaac. Good on the shot. Isaac's got his second basket of the night.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Ellington kicks to Waiters. That will count. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Miami with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Every loose ball, 50-50. We got to come up with those. We got to come.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Miami leading by 6. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Dragic is out there with Wayne Ellington. Then there's Dion Waiters. Then it's Winslow, and it's Mickey in at the 5, roaming the paint. Just 5 on the clock. Mickey. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Mickey's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Miami.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Johnson, he's checked in for Wayne Ellington.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good, DJ.
DJ wants to be at the center of everything that this team does, whether it's behind the tables or on the court. This guy's itching for a scratch.
Here's Mickey. Feeds it to Waiters. And stolen by Fournier. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from DJ.
That's how DJ makes an impact with his defense. Comes up with the steal, starts to break. That's a quick strike.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. The baseline J. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot. And the Heat lead by 5.
I'm not sure why anyone would leave him alone at that range. Head scratcher.
Gordon with a screen on Waiters. Fournier with the ball. Kicks it to DJ. Back to Fournier. Over Waiters. And it's Orlando with another.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
Miami leading by 3. Outside Dragic. Dishes it to Winslow. Johnson sends the screen for Winslow. He kicks to Waiters. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
I don't think he even saw the defender. It didn't matter. Waiters up to the challenge.
Orlando, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Gordon a screen. Orlando moving the ball around to the paint. Johnson with the block. An even 3-on-3 break. The kick out to Dragic. Offline with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Gordon a screen. Fournier passes to DJ. Payton outside. Lob pass to Gordon. .156 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Waiters. Outside Dragic. Again, Dragic missing. The Magic trail by 3. And Fournier kicks to Payton. Dragic with some nice D.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Shot's good by Waiters.
Well, he wants to be the go-to guy. I'll tell you, if Waiters makes a few more clutch baskets, he may get his wish.
DJ dishes to Fournier. Here's Isaac, covered by Winslow. It's stolen by Dragic. To the paint, tries it from 9. And it's Waiters again missing. The Magic have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. From 11 feet away, buries it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Yeah, gotta like seeing DJ come through in big spots. Absolutely fearless. Such a clutch player.
Johnson the screen. And Waiters kicks to Dragic. Here's Johnson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on DJ.
And that's a smart foul there. Instead of giving up the easy deuce, send him to the line.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Vucevic, he's checked in for DJ. Heat also with the sub. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Winslow. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
Vucevic is screen on Dragic. Payton passes to Vucevic. They get it again. Gordon. Money!
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
Waiters into the lane. No good from 11 feet.
They have a chance to tie it up.
That next shot has to come from behind the arc. Only a 3 is going to save them.
Gordon with the screen for Payton. Pass to Isaac to tie it up. No good from 3-point territory. The 3 can't knock in the 3. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Tons of credit there on the focus level to stay calm in a huge moment, and he ices the game.
And so it's the Heat winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road teams, they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
That was bad. I mean, you played well in a couple of parts.
But we lost, boo-boo.
Well, yeah, next time just take the parts that you did good and do that for the whole game.
Good idea.
No problem, brother. Anytime.